Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm a Class 3 wastewater operator for Northwest Water and Sewer District. So nobody ever thinks like, oh, I'm gonna treat wastewater or poo water for a living, okay? So out of high school, I joined the military. I was in the military 14 years in the Army Reserves, and then I was in the heavy equipment operators for 2 years, and the opportunity came. I seen this job opening for construction here at Northwest Water and Sewer. So I started in construction, and then I realized that it was also water treatment. So when the opportunity arose for me to move over to wastewater, I took it because I love the environment and I love nature, and I like the science of it and being able to figure the problems out to make the water go back into the environment and be good for all the animals and the streams and the lakes in Lake Erie. So I am a huge nature person. I love birds. I'm a huge bird watcher. So it's just awesome that in this job, especially here at Northwest Water and Sewer District, I'm out and about all the time because we have multiple places. So I'm always on the road, and we have lagoon wastewater systems, and there's tons of wildlife all the time that I get to see in my job. So that is one of the best parts of my job. And I save animals all the time that fall in our treatment plants. So it's very rewarding when you get to save birds and turtles and frogs, and you get to see tons of wildlife too with this job. So that's a benefit to the job, and plus everybody has to use the bathroom. So this job is really a job that's always going to be around. You're never going to be unemployed in this business because it's an essential part of life. Drinking water is an essential part of life, and wastewater and flushing your toilet is an essential part of life. So it's a great job and a good opportunity for a career because it pays well, and you're also helping the environment so much by what you do. So the favorite part of my job is really just treating the water and just the people you work with and figuring out problems and coming up with a solution to the job. I mean, that it's very challenging, but it's very rewarding when you can see a good outcome of clean water going into the environment. Okay, so it is really that gross sometimes, but most of the time you don't really see, once the water comes into the treatment plant, it's already processed a lot of times already. So the grossest part is when you have to take things that people flush down the toilet out. That's the grossest part of wastewater. Other than that, it's not that gross. Like, you just get used to it, and it's just something that you do. I mean, you could be a nurse and you're dealing with some blood, so that's pretty gross. So there's a lot of gross jobs out there, but somebody has to do it. But it's really important when you're in high school, if you do want to do wastewater, it is a lot of math. So in high school, I didn't really realize I was going to go into this career. So I only did algebra up to, sophomore year. So math is really big in this job. So you do a lot of math calculations. It's very important to do math. So if you're going to go into this career, you need to know math. Okay, so the state of Ohio requires wastewater licensed operators. So there's three steps to wastewater operation: a 1, 2, and a 3 that you can get. A 4 would be a supervisor. So the Ohio EPA requires you to be licensed through the state. So you have to take classes and learn about how to treat water, and then you have to go take a test to get licensed through the state. You could go to college for this, but you still would have to go and get a state license, and it's very important. And to get those licenses, you have to have on-the-job training. So once you start working here, you have to have so many hours on the job treating water to be able to go take the license. Here in Weston, Ohio, we have our lab that we use the lab here to do all the treatment plants within our system. So all the other operators that work here for wastewater bring their water samples here, and I test them here in the lab. And then I also operate here at Weston. We have a wastewater treatment plant, which is required to be here a minimal of 4 hours a day. So all the operators come here, bring their samples here. I do the lab work here, and this is like my area of operations. So I do everything out of this place, for lab work, coordinating with the other operators at all the other wastewater treatment plants. This is where it is. So I do the same testing here every day, but every day is something different. So, you know, there might be a process within the treatment plant that I have to fix, or there might be just something that's going wrong that I have to try to fix out in the lab. But I also get out in the field a lot too, because I have to go check the other wastewater treatment plants too and see what's going on. If an operator has a problem, I'll go out to their plant to try to troubleshoot what's going on at their plant. So, and to check up on processes and things that are going on at the other wastewater plants within the district. So it's really important, you know, a lot of people just flush things down the toilet and they put things down their garbage disposal and they don't really think about it. They just think it goes to la la land. So it's really important to know that there's things that you cannot put down your drain, because people like me in this job, we have to clean that water up. And the more things that we have to take out of that water, the more cost it is for the customers and the environment in case of, you know, an overflow. So it's really important not to flush anything down the toilet except poop, pee, and toilet paper. That's it. Anything else really should not go down a drain or toilet, any grease or anything. And that helps the environment on our end, and it helps us to just treat the water better in the end process. So grease is a big thing that you don't want to put down the drain. So you really need to get some kind of jar or can and try to put that in a can or jar to put it into the trash can. And you can use, you know, paper towels then after that to really try to wipe as much grease out of them pans as you can, so that it doesn't go down the drain. Because really that grease going down the drain, it affects us, but it also affects you in your home and can cause very serious problems in your sewer lines and cost you a lot of money. Just keep your head up and keep trucking along, and you know what, it'll get better. And if you decide to go in the wastewater business, it's a great career to have. It's just and Northwest is a great place to work for. So, you know, if it's a career that you choose, I would definitely watch some videos on it and see what it's all about and just move forward.